Tensions flared again this morning as members of the Belize Communication Workers for Justice took to the streets, staging another protest outside Belize Telemedia Limited's headquarters. Their demonstration follows last week's BTL press conference, which signaled a breakdown in negotiations over severance payments owed to former employees. BCWJ maintains that workers deserve full severance plus 6% interest dating back to their departure from the company. BTL, however, says it will only pay interest beginning in November 2025, the date of a recent CCJ ruling. News 5's Paul Lopez reports.
The dispute between former BTL workers and the company heated up again this morning. Members of the Belize Communication Workers for Justice returned to the picket line outside BTL's headquarters, keeping the pressure on just a week after the company announced that negotiations had collapsed. The workers say the fight is about fairness. They want full severance plus 6% interest for every year since they left BTL. The company says it will pay interest too, but only from November 2025, in line with a recent CCJ ruling. For now, both sides remain far apart, and neither seems ready to move.
Contrary to what we like to say or believe, that everything has to be politics, we are here to show that no, it can be about workers. And this fight is about former workers of BTL that deserve to be paid their entire severance and their entire interest from the day they left, and not from November 5th of 2025, the CCJ ruling, which is just a couple months ago.
During its press conference, BTL said BCWJ can't expect the same outcome that the CCJ awarded to Irvin Marin and others, because these negotiations are happening outside the courtroom.
So if we're both saying we're talking, and we're both saying we don't want to go to court, the expectation that we will give and you will get everything that you believe you should get if you go to court cannot be the premise that we're talking, in our view.
Emily Turner and the BCWJ are pushing back against that position.
We put out a specific example with Paul Perrier. If Paul would have about $8,000 in severance, if Paul would walk in today and tell BTL, I will take what you have, Paul will get $158. But if Paul's severance is paid as it's supposed to be paid, as it has been ruled, he is supposed to get about $7,000 plus. So the difference is $100 compared to thousands of dollars. And the way we look at it, that like you to try cheat workers out on a couple $1,000s. Really, man, we kind of think this. That just disgraceful.
The BCWJ now says it's open to shifting from its 6% demand. Prime Minister John Briceño recently floated a 3% interest rate. And Turner says that suggestion shows that the conversation is finally moving in the right direction. Still, she insists they need to get back around the negotiation table to hammer out the details.
I understand that after this you're going to Charterhouse?
To have lunch. After
2 hours of demonstration in the sweltering heat in front of BTL headquarters, demonstrators moved in front of the Prime Minister's office at Charterhouse. Members gathered inside a nearby pizza parlor before picketing in front of the building.
My dad worked at BTL for over 10 years. He passed away in 2014. My dad was the grunt worker for BTL. He was a linesman. An assistant linesman was the post. My dad used to climb lampposts. That's what feed me. That's what sent me to school. That's what educate me. In fact, I won a DJ scholarship for high school. So this is for the love of a son to his father. I don't know that you need more motivation than that.
BCWJ intends to protest in front of the National Assembly building on Tuesday during a special sitting of the House of Representatives. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.